This is the new one. It is a reproduction, not a reproduction. The one that came off of it, it was a International Harvester part. It was much beefier. I can't remember if I took a video of it, but basically this tractor did not have a throwout bearing in it when we got it. And I was talking to Dad, and we've had this tractor for like 20 years. We haven't used it a lot, especially in the last 5 years. It's been sitting here in the shop, but he put that 3-point hitch on the back of it. I remember doing that long time ago. So we've been driving this thing with no throwout bearing. This is the old clutch. And I guess it was still working until it ground the boss for the bearing down and then quit working. And this is the clutch that was in it. And actually, this clutch is in good shape. The friction disc is in really good shape. But I'm gonna go ahead and put the new clutch and new friction disc on it. So this thing goes on this sleeve like that. And when you hit the clutch, it pushes it out towards the pressure plate. This was a pretty tight fit on there. So I had some of these sanding discs. I put some PB Blaster on it and stuck it in there and kind of honed it out a little bit. Now it slides on there pretty good. I also hit the sleeve with a little 180 grit sandpaper and cleaned it off with some brake parts cleaner. I'm gonna pull that back off, spray it out good with some brake parts cleaner, put some lube on it, some grease. When you grease it, it's gonna go inside there and it's gonna help with the sliding. And this thing can go on 180 degrees. You gotta make sure your zerk fitting, your grease fitting, is pointing to the left side of the tractor where you have this access hole where you can get in there and put grease on it later. Okay, I know I had previously said I was gonna leave this bushing in, but I was gonna put my clutch on and I noticed my alignment tool won't stay in. So I got to looking at the new bushing, which is here. If you can hear it dangling. And the old bushing, and there's quite a bit of difference in the thickness, inside diameter. And I'll show you. This is a 5/8 socket. It pretty much fits right in there. Right in there. This is an 11/16 socket. And it pretty much fits in there. Pretty tight. So that's at least a 1/16 of an inch worn down, smaller on the inside diameter. So I'm gonna have to put this new one in. And I don't have a bushing puller, so I'm gonna try the method that I saw Andrew Hanna do, which I'm gonna pump this full of grease. I got a nut and a bolt in there, and I'm gonna put that in there, and I'm gonna beat the ever-living dog crap out of it with a hammer, see if we can't use hydraulic pressure to push that bushing out. I got grease pumped in there, my 11/16 socket, we bolt in it so the grease can't go past. It's already hydro-locked. It won't go in any further. See, it's got a spring action. So far, it's not pushing it out. I put this extension in the back of it, trying to keep it from pushing the grease past the screw and out the back of the socket, which is what it did last time. It's hydro-locked, but you can see it's already pushing it out. So let's see. So I can read and write pretty good, so obviously I'm not a welder, but I do have a welder. So I've welded this thing up. I'm gonna have to hit the outer edge with the grinder, clean it up, and I welded the extension into the bottom, the old flux core there. Okay, this didn't work. I beat the tar out of this thing to no avail. I even pushed the front of the tractor forward so I could get real hard and long swings on it, and it did not do anything. So this is the bushing. I took my Sawzall and I stuck it in there and I cut a groove in it. And then I stuck a screwdriver in the groove and beat it in there with a hammer, a real thin blade screwdriver, and then broke the tip of the screwdriver off underneath there. So then I cut a couple more grooves in there and stuck a chisel and beat on it with a chisel till it finally collapsed enough to come out. But I don't know if you can see, but there's some gouges in there. And I took this sanding disc and stuck in there, and it took it down a good little bit, but it's still got some in there. So I went to Advance and I bought this brake cylinder home, and it does fit in there. So I'm gonna put some diesel fuel on it, I'm gonna stick it in the drill, and I'm gonna home that out. All right, I think that's about as good as we're gonna get it. I done hit it 3 or 4 times. One good thing about that hone is when it comes out, the springs, you can actually grind on this bevel, because I had a little bit of a spot right here. And although I can still feel it, that's not gonna, I just want to smooth it down some. But that's got it pretty good. So hopefully tomorrow we'll get that bushing put in there. Well, I just got the new bushing drove in there. I had it in the freezer overnight. I carried it out here with a pair of channel locks, stuck it in there, and it drove right in. I got a seal driver. Thing went right in, no problem. I was gonna videotape it, but I didn't want to set up my camera and have it warm up too much. That could be because I honed it out. It went right in, no problem. And then once it heats up, it'll seize itself in there. I've already got the carrier and the pilot bearing and everything back in. The alignment tool here. Get that in there. This is the pressure plate. I cleaned the surface and everything, and it may or may not matter, but I'm wearing gloves because I don't want any contamination to get on there. All right, we got everything torqued. I had to rig me up a little pry bar there in the gear to keep this thing's got such low compression, even when I was on 20 pounds of torque, it was rotating the engine. So got me a piece of wood on the leg of my hoist there. Let me torque it down. So I stuck the floor jack underneath it and jacked it up. If I was gonna do this again, I would have stuck a piece of wood. I would have wedged a piece of wood between that front bolster and the axle to keep it from tilting. So keep that in mind. Maybe I'll make a short on some tips and tricks that I've learned. Maybe not. But now these are half 13 bolts, and everything came out good, but I'm gonna clean them out with the tap. And it's got a couple of dowels. I'm gonna stick a pipe cleaning brush in there and clean those out and spray them out with brake cleaner. And I'm gonna take my die grinder with a Scotch-Brite pad. I'll clean up this surface area and this surface area. There was no gasket, but I want everything to be nice and clean when she goes back together. All right, trying to put the tractor back together. It's a jack, pry. It's a real pain in the butt. I've got a couple of half 13th pieces of thread rod I cut 6 inches long, and I'm trying to get them started, but this side's got to come down a little bit, maybe like a 1/4 inch. So I got the other side started. I got it screwed in there probably 1/2 inch or so. All right, we eventually got it to go together. Still got a little bit of a gap, but the dowels are in, and some of them didn't quite line up, but once the dowels went in there, it aligned everything, and I was able to get some of the factory bolts in there. So this works pretty good. Okay, she's bolted back together. All the bolts are tight. I got to redo some of the wiring. I got to put the gas tank back on. I took the filter out don't know what I did with it, but cleaned it out, blew it out with some air, cleaned it out with some brake parts cleaner, put that back in, and redo the wiring. Got to put the gas tank back on. I got to do some wiring in the gauge cluster. So I'm not gonna put the battery or the gas tank on until I get that done with, but just give me some time. We'll get it all back together and we'll test it out. Okay, we got her back together. We got her cranked. I have not tried to put it in gear. Fired right up, but let's see what happens. Oh, never mind. I gotta put that back on. Well, went in gear. Didn't try to move. Oh, we got movement. Watch out, fam. Oh, watch out for the basketball. Jeez Louise. All right. This is first gear. Oh, that was fantastic. Back to the tree. Get out of that running of the basketball. I'm gonna call this a success. I still gotta bolt the gas tank back on and put the breather back on. I don't have the breather on the full bore, so we ain't gonna go to moving a whole lot. I'm gonna run through the gears here. Let's see what we can find out. Second gear. Oh, smooth. Oh, beautiful. I don't have a lot of gas in it either. Third. Oh, beautiful. That was lovely. The roads aren't very straight. Man, we're too close together.